pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Mustang Regional Baseball coming up next here on the Cox Channel. Hi again, everybody. Steve Marshall, Mike Ziegenhorn alongside. And last night, I didn't think we were going to be playing baseball today.
Boy, I tell you what, a lot of rain going all the way across state. It was pouring rain in Tulsa this morning. I know they got a bunch of rain here, but great work by the grounds crew to get this field ready to play on.
All right, we got two schools that are very baseball-centric, if you will. Mustang and Deer Creek playing in the winners bracket. And when you looked at the brackets ahead of time, had a good feeling we might see these two.
Yeah, both teams already won today, so they've advanced. They've split their regular season series. Be interesting to see this showdown, who wins this to move on in the winners bracket.
All right, we'll come back, get the starting lineups, and set the defense for you after our opening timeout. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stand by.
If you or a loved one had hip replacement surgery using a metal-on-metal hip implant between 2007 and 2016, you may be entitled to a cash award. A number of metal-on-metal hip replacement models were recalled due to defects that often result in the need for revision surgery. If you required a revision surgery after having hip replacement surgery, call the Gold Shield Group at 888-522-8734. That's 888-522-8734. Hip replacement manufacturers have set aside billions of dollars to pay people who receive defective metal-on-metal hip replacements. If you or a loved one had hip replacement surgery between 2007 and 2016 and were later diagnosed with metallosis, had a revision surgery, or if you're scheduled to have revision surgery, call the Gold Shield Group toll-free at 888-522-8734. We've helped thousands of people, and we can help you. But there are time limits to file a claim. So call now at 888-522-8734. That's 888-522-8734.
The Ford High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. MidFirst Bank, true to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile. Mazzios. And by Weoki Credit Union.
All right, welcome to Mustang, everybody, as we get ready to bring you exciting high school baseball action here in a winner's bracket on the Mustang Regional. As we take a look at the batting order, first off for Mustang, they are the visitor, even though they're playing at home today. It'll look like this with Cole Embry in right field. Mason Lowe is the shortstop today, followed by Logan Glass. Then Dax Fulton, he'll be the pitcher today. Tanner Tweehouse, Noah Barks, Braden Corley, Blaine Helling, and Austin Alleman. Mustang Broncos come in with a record of 24-10 on the season. Deer Creek, their record stands at 20-13. The starting defense for Deer Creek on the mound, it'll be a four-year starter, Hunter Freeze. His catcher today is Ethan Boyer. Around the infield, it'll be Bryce Logan at third. Wade Elliott is your shortstop today. Colton Burtis over at second base. Garrett Wilkins at first. And in the outfield, Jarrett Burright in left field. Park Ziegler in center field, and Cooper Fitzhugh in right field. Starting lineups, offense and defense for both of our squads today. And there's a look at the left-hander, Hunter Freeze for Deer Creek, Mike. 6-2 on the year, 2.02 ERA, And he has a very impressive strikeout to walk ratio, 57-18. So 57 strikeouts in 45 innings. Anytime you're close to, 1-1 there, you're doing a good job. So Freese, obviously, their top pitcher on the season.
Yeah, their go-to guy this afternoon in this winner's bracket game, Steve. And as you mentioned, a 4-year starter, a lefty, a lot of off-speed, keeps the ball down, throws a ton of strikes, and someone that Coach J.P. Holman is going to rely on to get them to the championship game so they don't fall back into that loser's bracket.
The games that took place earlier today in the first game of the day, which, kudos to the grounds crew, all the assistant coaches for getting this ready. Had no idea that we would be playing baseball today after the torrential downpour, the severe weather that we had in this part of the state, but they certainly did. Mustang defeating Lawton 11-1 and Deer Creek winning over PC North 4-1 to get to this winner's bracket contest. First pitch from Freese is a strike call to the batter, Cole Embry. Embry stands in. No homers, 33 RBIs on the season, 346 the batting average. And the count goes even at 1-1. The wind is blowing out, Mr. Zingenhorn.
Yeah, about 18 miles an hour. And straight away center field, you can check out the flag at some point. And, oh, that's got to leave a mark.
We've got him on the shoulder neck area. So Embry does what leadoff hitters are supposed to do, although they probably don't like to get hit. See where that got him exactly. Maybe it's in the shoulder upper back area. So Embry is aboard, and that'll bring in Mason Lowe, the shortstop. Lowe comes in, 442 the average. I was looking at Deer Creek's numbers. I thought they were impressive, but Mustangs even more so. A couple guys over 400, and guy on deck, Logan Glass, a 524 batting average. Did you hit that in slow pitch?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I didn't, but yes, you could.
Next pitch is right down the middle for a strike. Beautiful looking field here at Mustang. The infamous water tower in the background. Next pitch from Freese, leaves it a little bit outside, and the count goes even at 1-1. Leadoff hitter aboard, nobody out. Top of the first inning. Short lead by Embry. Freese with a quick delivery. And again, leaves it outside. These two teams played twice during the regular season. And they split those games. Mustang lost 11-3 back on March the 9th. And then won the contest at the Tiger Trojan Classic 12-2 back on the 29th. Of March, that was. So it's been a while since the two teams have hooked up.
Yeah, neither of these pitchers faced either team during the regular season, so a fresh look for everybody.
High chopper to third, looks to go to second, decides better to go to first base. Probably a good call there. They get the runner at first base. Embry scoots down to second. Here's a look at the replay once again.
Digging down the line, and it was a high hopper to third. This is a turf infield, and that's probably the only reason we're playing today. If this was a normal grass, dirt infield, I don't think they would have been playing baseball, because the outfield still a little bit damp in some areas, and you can see right around home and near first where the rubber's a little bit darker. Those areas are still a little damp.
Trying out the third baseman here in the early going. No problem for Logan, as again he makes a nice play and gets the out over first base. Runner stays at second, and he's there with 2 outs.
Next up for the Broncos, the pitcher.
First pitch swinging for the third hitter, Logan Glass. And again, it looked almost like a replay of the hitter before, Mason Lowe. It's kind of a one hopper all the way halfway down the third base line, and Bryce Logan calmly gets it, checks the runner back, and throws across the diamond.
So 2 outs now, runner at second base. And Fulton, the pitcher, stands in. Lefty versus lefty, pitcher versus pitcher here. Fulton, 375 average on the season, 3 homers, 33 RBIs. Second baseman, first baseman, deep, as is the rest of the infield. Pitch on the way, and a swing and a foul tip back in the catcher's glove.
Shows you what kind of athlete Fulton is, Steve. Won the state title game last year as a freshman. And then starting here, the starting pitcher and batting fourth in the team's lineup.
It's pretty salty. Good look at Freeze. 1-1 pitch on the way. This is outside, 2-1. Tanner Tweehouse on deck. Mustang with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the first inning. Next pitch from Freeze, took a little off that one. Misses outside and the count goes to 3-1. They'll play this game here in the winners bracket, and then the two teams that lost earlier today, Lawton High and Putnam City North, will play at 7 o'clock. And then action again set for tomorrow. Pitch on the way, ground ball, foul just outside of first base. And the count goes full, 3-2, 2 outs, runner at second base. Top of the first inning, Mustang and Deer Creek. Freeze climbs back on top. 3-2 pitch on the way. And that one is outside for a ball. Looked like Freeze was taking off for the dugout.
He thought he had it, but it was good call by the umpire, just a little bit outside. As our friend Bob Euchert say, just a bit outside.
Right.
Your attention, please. Now running for the Broncos, number 9, Dylan Bahoslavitsky.
Bahoslavitsky will be the pinch runner over at first base. I only know that because the public address announcer sitting next to me got that out first, so I made sure to copy as quickly as I could.
You're banking that he's corrected his pronunciation. Right?
I'm going to count on him a lot more than I am my talents in that regard. So first and second, 2 out here in the top of the first. Tweehouse stands in, outfield straight away, first pitch. Check swing, called strike. Pretty good gap there between short and third. Shortstop trying to keep the runner close at second. Next one is outside for a ball. Count goes even, 1-1.
Freeze right now just a tad off the plate, just missing his spot.
Next pitch on the way, and that one is in there for a called strike. Ahead in the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, some of the other places where regionals were being held, the Choctaw specifically, I know that they ended up canceling those games and moved them back to tomorrow. So not everybody able to play today. Very fortunate here at Mustang. 1-2 pitch on the way, fouled back.
Well, and the weather looks good for the next 3 days, so no threat of rain or severe weather, storms, hail, and those weird things that cause a lot of wind, tornadoes. We don't need any of those, do we?
No, thank you. Two outs, 2 runners aboard. 1-2 pitch from Freeze on the way. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. He got him, and the side is retired. So the leadoff hitter got aboard when he was hit by pitch, but Freeze is able to work out of it and gets the called strike 3 to end the top half of the first inning.
For the Broncos, no runs, no hits.
And this is how they'll look for Deer Creek. Coming up in the bottom of the first inning, it'll be Bryce Logan, your leadoff hitter, over at third base. Wade Elliott, shortstop. Colton Burtis is your second baseman today. Caden Marshall out there in right field. Garrett Wilkins is the first baseman. Jordan Coffey is your designated hitter. Ethan Boyer, the catcher. Hunter Freeze, the pitcher. And Jarrett Burright is your left fielder. So both pitchers also using the bat in their lineup. And that's some a surprise, not necessarily all the time. And your starting defense for Mustang. Dax Fulton on the hill with Noah Barks behind the plate. Over at third is Tanner Tweehouse. Mason Lowe's the shortstop. Austin Alleman is your second baseman. Braden Corley over at first. Dawson McKinney in left field. Logan Glass in center. And Cole Embry is your right fielder for today.
They'll have to battle a little bit of the sun, a lot of the wind, and some dampness in the outfield. Between games, after the game prior to this, between Deer Creek and PC North ended, they had some staffers out there with brooms right in the center field area, just behind second base, pushing some of the water just to make it dry a little bit quicker and get rid of some of the puddling that was going on out there in the outfield. You know, we talk about the great job the grounds crew does. You know in high school who the grounds crew is?
The coaches.
The coaches and the players.
Yeah.
It was all hands on deck last night when the storms rolled through, and I think they had everybody over here doing everything they could to keep the water off the real grass in the outfield.
So Embry, Lowe, and Glass were the top 3 hitters for Mustang. For Deer Creek, it'll be Logan, Elliott, and Burtis as the throw goes down to second base, and we're just about ready to go. Battle of 2 left-handers today.
In fact, I sent you and Mike Davis a text early this morning, said, hey, are we still on? Yeah, check out the what they've done in the outfield. Looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, Coach Wolf takes care of that from what we were able to gather. That's well done, and they say he is very particular about getting that M looking just so, and he did a great job. Said that early this morning there were some puddles out there in the right field corner, right center field up near the fence. But we are here, we're ready to play. They've already got 2 games in the books. First pitch was low, next one is in there for a strike, and the count's even at 1-1.
Both these pitchers, lefties, work fast, throw a lot of strikes, keep the ball down, and this game ought to move.
Next one is inside tight.
Logan, the only freshman in the lineup today for either team, and he's leading it off for Deer Creek.
Line drive back up the middle. That's going to get in for a base hit. We're playing him very shallow, but he got just enough. Hit them where they ain't.
That's why the freshman was in the lineup, huh? Look at this. High pitch, chest high. Look at a little bat flip as he runs down the first base line. He knew it. Hand clap, and hey, I'm on first. Let's go, get me around.
So both teams able to get their leadoff hitter aboard. Mustang was unable to capitalize and bring anybody across. Let's see what Deer Creek's able to do. First pitch to Elliott is in there for a called strike from Dax Fulton. Give the numbers on these 2 teams' squads. 7 homers, 21 RBIs, a .367 average. That one is up high for a ball. So happy to be bringing you the Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Spring sports winding down. Soccer championships will be played next week. You know, some of the golf tournaments, they just called it off where they were. I know in 4A girls, they said, okay, tournament's over. And the young lady from Purcell, I think at least won her 3rd in a row. Shaybug. And Scarberry is her last name, and she won that, so congratulations to her and everybody who's competing at this time of the year and still alive.
You have track and field coming up pretty quick.
Next pitch is outside. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not a bad pitch, 1 and 2. See if you can get Elliott to fish a little bit and get the strikeout. Set up for the double play with the next bat.
Shade him a little bit to the right center field side. Runner goes.
Got him.
They got him picked off, and they do. Great execution there by Fulton. So he went to the first baseman. The good relay throw down to second, tag him out, and now the bases are empty.
Make the right play. The runner was going on first move, it looked like, and Fulton had a good move to get him at first. Braden Curley, the lefty, easy throw for him to make. Just step toward home a couple places, get out of the baseline, and throw the runner out.
Two pitch on the way from Fulton. This one is popped up, well hit in the left field, carrying but caught. Like it got jammed just a little bit, didn't quite get the barrel on it, and now there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Burtis.
Second baseman,
Burtis on the year, 425 average. No homers, 11 RBIs. On deck hitter will be Marshall.
Well, Elliott gave it a ride and then kind of hung up in the wind a little bit, and Dawson McKinney was able to run back and track it down for the second out.
They play Burtis to pull. Fastball on the outside corner called strike.
Painted the corner nicely on that one.
seen a lot of good pitching in the few games that I've seen this year. We saw Briley throw the good game for Mustang a couple weeks ago. It was a nice breaking ball that comes in the back door and gets it on the corner for a strike.
Like Fulton just needed one batter to get warmed up.
Next pitch on the way. That one just got a piece of it, follows it back to the screen, and we'll do it over again. Our stat man Andy Casey working on his early summer tan outside today. Pitch, grounder, back up the middle, just over Fulton's head. Shortstop ranges over, throw to first, and he got him, and the side is retired. Leadoff single by Logan is wasted, and that is the end of the first inning of play. No score, Mustang and Deer Creek, second inning when we come back.
If you're struggling with at least $10,000 in credit card debt, you could qualify for National Debt Relief's Debt Reset Program. This program can reduce the balances on your debt and reduce your monthly payments while you become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. There are no upfront costs or out-of-pocket expenses. Imagine being debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Call now to see if you qualify. You can talk to a counselor right now.
Call 800-694-6795.
Drug and alcohol addiction can destroy lives and families. Left untreated, addiction could lead to death or injury to those you love. But help is only a phone call away. At Parents Against Addiction, our mission is to provide support to people whose lives are being affected by drug and alcohol abuse. Call us to find the help that you and your family deserve. Parents Against Addiction works exclusively with fully licensed and accredited facilities. Call Parents Against Addiction now for your free and confidential consultation. Call 1-800-521-7770.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, the water tower that stands here, and every time I cut across the highway, whether I come over Southwest 89th or 104th, I seem to take a different way every time.
You look
I'm
for the
always
water
looking
tower,
for the water tower. I mean, I have taken 7 different ways.
That's why you're weaving all over the road, because you're trying to find that water tower.
Exactly. Had to stop today and put it in reverse and back. Oh, there's the water tower. No scores. We head to the top of the second. It'll be Barks, Corley, and Helling. Anybody gets on, Alaman will be the last hitter in the inning. Mustang trying to get something going here. First pitch on the way from Freeze is in there for a strike.
Start the second inning off. First pitch strike.
Next one from Freeze, and that one's up a bit high. We got to call the game a couple weeks back with Union and Owasso. Westmore, obviously, one of the top teams on this side of the state as well. They went to the finals last year, only to lose to this Mustang ball club. 1-2 pitch from Freeze on the way. Check swing. No, did not go. Kind of goes even 2-2. Peeled out to the umpire at first base. Count even up. Under Freeze brings the next one home. Ground ball, well hit. Second baseman, nice sliding stop over to first, and he got him.
Colton Burtis. Nice play, hard hit ball on this turf, Steve, and it's going to skip. Burtis was shading really more toward first base, and that's why he had to go down to a knee and make the play.
It skipped through a little bit faster, but also the bounces are going to be a little bit truer for you. So up next, it'll be Braden Corley, first baseman today. We saw him pitch quite a gem a couple weeks ago. 1 homer, 26 RBIs, 301 the batting average.
He was dealing when we were out here, wasn't he?
Certainly was. One pitch on the way. Freeze took something off and left that one up well out of the strike zone. Lefty on lefty here. Two left-handed starters going for both these squads here today. Next pitch on the way, and that one's outside. And the count goes to 3-1. Blaine Helling on deck. 3-1 pitch on the way, well outside. And Corley's aboard. And the designated hitter, Blaine Helling, will stand in next. No homers, 12 RBIs, a .382 average on the season.
Hitter, number 18, Blaine Helling.
Second walk in as many innings for Hunter Freeze. He also hit a batter, the first batter of the game, Cole Embry. So the second time that Mustang has had men on base.
Yeah, Freeze only walked 18 guys in 45 innings. That's a really strong ratio there. So maybe a bit of an outlier early in the contest. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to find full command of all their pitches, and he leaves this one outside. And the count's 1-1. 1 on, 1 out. 1-1 pitch from Hunter Freeze. Runner going. Swing and a miss in the dirt. A strike on the call, but a stolen base for Corley. So again, a runner in scoring position for Mustang. They were not able to get Embry home in that first inning. Blaine Helling stands in with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Took something off that one. Helling out in front, got a piece of it fouled back, and the count goes even 2-2.
Yeah, fouled that one straight back, just missed it a little bit. And as you said, off speed, got his timing off.
Looks like that wind is blowing straight out from catcher's box through the mound. Here's a slow roller down the third base side again. Strong throw over to first is wide. He's going to be safe at first. Here comes the runner trying to score. Now he's caught and hung up. High throw, play at the plate. He got under it. He's safe.
Wow. What a play. Deer Creek had it defended well, Steve. Corley got all the way around the bag too far. Didn't think anybody was paying attention to him, and when he looked up, the first baseman, Garrett Wilkins, runs at him. And here you take a look at it. The grounder toward third. Bryce Logan played it well, then just made a high throw. And now here we go. Garrett Wilkins runs right at him, which you're supposed to do, throws behind him. Then the high throw to the catcher, and he is safe.
So the first run of the game comes across. Meantime, Helling's able to scoot down to second base. And a great job over at first by Wilkins to keep the ball where it didn't end up down in the right field corner. Line drive, base hit. Third baseman again, busy player. They could have had two there if the throw had been on target.
Fourth play in the first 8 batters for Bryce Logan at third.
So runner still out there at second base.
Stepping into the box for Mustang, right fielder
And Cole Embry, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, will get his second look at the left-hander, Hunter Freeze.
So the error by Logan on the wide throw to first opened the door for Mustang to get on the board first.
He's had, none of those plays have been really easy for Logan over there at third either. Freeze delivers, popped up. Shortstop drifts out, called off by the left fielder. He'll put it away, and the side is retired. But Broncos are able to get on the board. They get the first run of the ball game as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Broncos leading the Antlers by a score of 1-0.
Hey, let's find out how these teams got
Tell me
here.
how it happened.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Lawton and Mustang in the first game of the day. Beautiful day after a raining morning, and yes, a lot of wind, and there's the water tower Steve was talking about, bottom of the second. Mustang's Logan Glass takes one deep. His home run scores Blaine Helling, Mason Lowe. That puts him up 4-0, and then bottom of the third, Braden Corley homers
to right, driving in Noah Barks, growing the lead to 6-0. They go on to win it 11-1 in 5 innings with the run rule between those two teams. And right after that game, we had Deer Creek battling BC North, top of the second. Again, the wind continuing to blow out. Ethan Boyer, an infield pop-up, and nobody on, with 2 outs, nobody on PC North is going to get to it. It drops right around the shortstop area. Caden Marshall scores 1-0 Antlers. Then in the third, sac fly to left by Wade Elliott. Scores Jarrett Barite. The left fielder runs it down. Barite scampers home easily from third, and that made it 2-0 Antlers at that point. And then in the fifth, Caden Marshall a sac fly to center field with Colton Burtis on third. He jogs home. That made it 3-0. 4 PC errors on the day as Jarrett Barite, the infield single, scores Ethan Boyer, and they go on to win it 4-1, the final score. And we are back to live action and a pop out for Deer Creek to start here in the bottom of the second.
Very quickly back to the action as Caden Marshall pops out, and that'll bring in Garrett Wilkins, the first baseman.
Now batting.
Wilkins on the year, 402 the average, no homers and 26 RBIs. First pitch is outside. As you said, quick moving first part of the ball game here, but 2 fast working left-handers.
They called it a strike. It's 1-1, just like that. Down low, inside fastball.
Took something off there. One hopper out to the second baseman, fires over to first base, easy play.
Yeah, nice play, Austin Alleman at second base. One hopper, he just has to move to his right a tad and easily throws the runner out.
2 up, 2 down.
Next up for Deer Creek, number 25, Coffee.
Jordan Coffee stands in next. Coffee, a .330 hitter with 3 homers and 23 RBIs. I don't know if it's the fields or what, but these 2 teams that we see here today, a lot of different home run numbers. And some of the games that we've seen, you know, guys lead the team with 2 or 3 home runs, and you got guys with 7 and 6. A lot of multiple home runs. Ground ball, third baseman. Nice job. Up and across. And that was a very quick 1-2-3 inning. So we have played 2 innings of baseball. We move to the top of the third inning, and it's Mustang on top of Deer Creek. They lead it 1-0.
Were you a victim of a high-pressure or dishonest timeshare sales agent? Were you misled and confused with what you were buying? Did the timeshare fail to deliver what you were promised? Do you feel that you overpaid and just want out? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we can help. We're Timeshare Compliance. Our team can legally terminate your timeshare agreement, ending the payments forever. With one simple call, we can help end the financial suffering.
Call 800-862-8116. 800-862-8116.
Moving to the top of the third inning here in this regional winners bracket contest between Mustang and Deer Creek. Broncos have the best of it right now. They lead it 1-0 as they were able to get a run across in the second inning after a one-out walk to Braden Corley. He was able to come around and score in a play at the plate. The throw from the third baseman was just a bit high, and he was able to get under the tag. That's the only run that we have to this point of the contest. And it'll be Mustang coming up here with the top of the order. In the third inning, it'll be Embry, Lowe, Glass, Fulton if anybody gets on. They're playing baseball on the east side of the state today, Mike?
I think they were. I can check and see if I can get you some score updates.
You know, a couple of the fields over there do have turf, so it's easier for them to accommodate and play when it does rain.
First pitch, fly ball, right center field. That's going to get down and in the gap. That's going to go to the wall. And he is going to go right into third base. So a leadoff triple for the Broncos. For Mason Lowe.
Next to the plate for Mustang, center fielder.
Nice shot, jumping all over that first pitch. And he was off to the races. No one was going to slow him down, as probably could have stood up going into third. Shortstop dropped the ball on the throw-in, and better safe than sorry, though. The head first slide, need a little turf and rubber as you slide into third base.
Logan Glass stands in next. He grounded out the third his first time up. 44 runs batted in on the season with a .524 batting average. That's just, I've always been kind of a baseball numbers kind of guy. Always looking to see what people's stats are and their averages, long before they had analytics and things like that.
Analytics become a big part of sports, and I think sometimes to a disadvantage.
Yeah. That one just missed outside, 1-1.
He's been all around the plate, just hasn't found that spot that he needs to get the called strike.
2 balls and a strike. Next one. That one is high and away, and the count goes to 3-1.
Hunter Freeze, 35 pitches through the first 2 innings. And 5 more already here in inning number 3.
Timeout called by the hitter. Good look there at Logan Glass as he stands in. Tries to add to that lead. Pitches inside for a ball. First 2 runners are aboard. First and third, nobody out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Dax Fulton, with a chance to help his own cause.
Now, third inning, Freeze has walked a batter. Maybe not. You wouldn't say normally that's too bad, but you don't want to walk the 3-hole hitter to get to the 4-hole hitter, Dax Fulton. 3 home runs on the year and a .375 average.
Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Kind of a sweeping breaking ball. Middle infield plays back for the double play. Corners are in. Outfield straight away. The wind, as Mike said, about 18 miles an hour, blowing straight out to center field.
Glass doesn't have much of a lead at first. He's back into the bag in plenty of time as Freeze throws over there.
Freeze reaches out, pops one down the third base side, just out of play.
Was nearly caught by the third baseman, Bryce Logan, but he ran into the bullpen. I think the ump would not have called the batter out anyway because he was already past the fence line and into that bullpen area.
From what I read the other day, the softball championship, Westmore won it. The fly ball goes to the fence. The girl gets a glove on it. It goes off of her glove, over the fence, home run, state championship, ball game over. How about that? Westmore wins their 11th softball state championship.
Slow pitch.
Yes. Choctaw, who they beat, was playing their very first year of slow pitch, made it all the way to the championship finals. Interesting how some of the larger schools do play slow pitch and some do not. Next pitch on the way is up high for a ball. All 3 of those Westmore, or all 3 of the Moore schools making it to the state tournament again in softball. There's a pitch popped up. Center field, pretty well hit. Runner tags at third. Ball just keeps going. He lost it near the wall. Run's going to come in easily. And when he first hit that, I had no idea it would get that far out there, but it just kept carrying. He hit it so high.
That's a base hit. Scores a run. And that's what I was talking about early on, Steve. You got the, not only the sun, but the wind, and that wind is kind of swirling. I mean, it's 18 miles an hour, but it's kind of the direction it's blowing. The center fielder, Caden Marshall, was circling around it, trying to figure out how to track that fly ball down. And Logan Glass only is able to move up to second base because he was trying to tag from first, thinking the ball was going to be caught.
Still nobody out. Runners at first and second. Another run home for Mustang as they now lead it 2-0. Tanner Tweehouse stands in. Ground ball, left side. Third baseman gets it. Goes to second. He's too late. Hesitated there. Could have tagged and waited for the runner, but couldn't make up his mind.
Coach Holman may have to come out and settle his team out a little bit, or maybe he's going to ask the umpire, was there interference on the runner and Logan Glass going to third base?
Fielder's choice, I guess.
Yeah, be a fielder's choice, and everybody's safe.
So the base is loaded. Nobody out.
The umpires are going to talk, which is what you like to see, to make sure on the same page, and he says no interference at all. Bryce Logan's even talking to the third base coach from Mustang, saying, hey, your runner got in my way. Yeah, I don't see anything there would make me to believe. I mean, he was well inside the white line, and the runner was within 2 or 3 feet of that line. It looked like which is kind of room that you get.
Never even crossed my mind. I wasn't even sure what they were asking about. But now the base is loaded, nobody out. Mustang already with a 2-0 lead. We'll try to add to it here. Noah Bark stands in, grounded out to the second baseman his first time up, and the first pitch is up high for a ball.
Talk about that swirling wind. It's southwesterly wind at 17 to 20 miles an hour right now.
Line drives, clean base hit into left field. Hit so well, the only one run is going to be able to score, but a strong RBI single by Barks. That brings in Glass. Other runners move up. Base is still loaded. Nobody out. Now 3-0. Mustang on top, and Braden Corley will come into it.
Fastball that Barks just turned on, and solid hit between short and third. And here comes Coach Holman now, maybe to settle his team down a little bit as things have gotten away from him here in the top of the third.
In baseball, it's just, it's the small things. What looked like a routine fly ball to start the inning, the wind got a hold of it, turned the outfielder around. It was by no means an easy play, but one that when it left the bat, you thought he was going to be able to make. And then you have, after that, a walk, base hit, a fielder's choice, sharp single, and suddenly it's 3-0. Still the base is loaded and nobody out.
Mustang taking advantage. An error in the top of the second allowed a run to score. Now a couple of misplays, and one in the outfield, one in the infield here for Deer Creek, and Mustang is sitting pretty. Nobody out and base is still loaded. Corley, of course, homered in that first game. We saw the highlights that previous inning.
Again, lefty on lefty, and Freeze really needs strikeout or especially the double play. First pitch is outside. Freeze has been a little bit off of his game. Some of the pitches that he's thrown for balls well out of the strike zone. So he's not able to get the batters to go chase after it. That one's up high for a ball, 2-0, no place to put him. Next pitch, Freeze to Corley on the way, and that one's in the dirt, low for a ball, and it's 3-0.
You can kind of sense the frustration with Freeze right now. He's not on with his pitches. He's got guys on base. He didn't get the help from his outfield and infield that he needed, and here he is thinking, man, what do I got to do?
So 3-0 the count. You would think Corley's taken all the way. Stands in, pitch right down the middle for a strike. Mason Lowe started this inning with a fly ball triple into dead center field. A walk, a single, a fielder's choice, another single. 3-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball, foul down the first base side. Mustang fans, after their state championship run last year, hoping to see something of the same variety again this year. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. Half swing. And they're going to say he went, apparently.
Okay.
So Corley committed and is the first out of the inning. Bases still loaded, and that'll bring up Blaine Helling, the designated hitter, who grounded out to third his first time up. Boy, if Freese could get out of this and have his team trailing just 3-0, it would be a huge momentum boost, you would think. First pitch is low. Good job by the catcher, Boyer, keeping that ball in front. One 1-0 pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-0. Once again, the middle infielders are back for the double play. Corners will try to make the play at the plate if possible. Next pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Lawton High, the losers of the first two games earlier today. Lawton High and Putnam City North will play again tonight at 7 o'clock, and then the winner of that game will play the loser of this contest. 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Outfield plays Helling straight away. A lot of room to cover out there in the gaps. That right field, you know, has got to be tough being a sun field, especially with the sun the way it is today. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Took something off the third baseman's glove. Shortstop comes over, can't come up with the ball. Another run scores, and that makes it 4-0.
Another hard hit ball on the infield by this Mustang team. That one from Blaine Helling, the DH. And right at Bryce Logan, who's been very busy today down in that hot box at third base. And just the second hop right off his glove. Thought the shortstop, Wade Elliott, was going to have a chance maybe to run it down and throw the runner out, but he got over there too quick.
How are we going to score that one?
That's a base hit, I would say.
Boy, it's a tough call either way.
It's high school. Give them a base hit. They're not getting paid.
Well, you're not thinking about the third baseman then. So 4-0, one out, and the bases still loaded. Hunter Freese has to be frustrated. They've hit a couple, but that last ball was hit sharply, no doubt about that. Here's a grounder towards short, flips to second for one, over to first. They got it, double play. Big double play for Deer Creek, even though they do allow 3 runs to come across here in the top of the third inning. We played 2.5, and it's Mustang on top of Deer Creek, 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Here's that double play, Mike.
Well, nice defense. Again, Freese hasn't done much wrong. He's got the ground balls he needed. He got a couple of fly balls that you'd like to see. Unfortunately, his team didn't make the plays when they needed to, and in between, a couple of base hits, and that's when you knock home some runs.
Hey, remember everybody that when you have Cox Home Life, you can control what's going on at home even when you're away. All you have to do is go to cox.com/homelife or visit your local Cox Solutions store to find out how to get a free HD camera. And that comes with Home Life 24/7 professional monitoring. Security provides peace of mind. Video monitoring and automation features like smart door locks, smart thermostats, and smart lighting let you see and control your home from anywhere. Once again, go to cox.com/homelife or visit your local Cox Solutions store to find out more on how to get free professional installation and a free HD camera. So we move to the bottom of the third inning. All Mustang to this point.
Now batting for Deer Creek, the catcher, Boyer.
From what I have, it's been 6 up, 6 down for Deer Creek.
Well, the first batter got a base hit, but then was caught stealing.
So he's faced the minimum until the base hit to start things here in the bottom of the third as Boyer gets a clean single up the middle.
Sophomore sticks the bat out there. Nice cut. Rips it right back through the box. Second hit of the day for Deer Creek, and we've all got a pinch runner for the Antlers, number 14.
That would be Brendan Fitzhugh.
14, Fitzhugh. Coming to the plate for Deer Creek, number 5, Freeze.
And Hunter Freeze finally gets a chance to bat here. His counterpart has already batted twice. Dex Fulton on the mound. Big lead over at first. Besides being left-handed, Freeze has a pretty good move over to first base.
Got picked off Bryce Logan. In the top of the bottom of the first, rather.
Next pitch is a ball, so the count goes even, 1-1. Runner at first. Deer Creek trying to get something going here in the bottom of the third. Yes, they are the home team, even though we're at Mustang. It's determined by just the flip of a coin.
When you talk about Freeze and what he's done, Steve, he's thrown more than 60 pitches through the innings. Meanwhile, his counterpart, Dax Fulton, not even to 25 yet.
How many throw the last inning? Like 6?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
You were correct. Two balls, 4 strikes.
I try to be observant as I possibly can. Especially when I work with you.
You got to stay on your toes,
right.
don't you?
1-2 the count. Fulton looks in, checks the runner at first. Try to get him to chase one outside. He does not, and the count goes even 2-2.
Just the 24th pitch, 25th pitch rather, right there.
Brings the next one home, and that one's fouled straight back.
Could use the pitcher's favorite friend out there, the double play.
Two-two pitch, and another foul straight back.
Got away with a high fastball there that Freeze tried to look like maybe punch out toward left.
Shortstop is cheating up towards the middle, so maybe a larger than usual gap there between short and third. Throw to first. And the next one, breaking ball, got him chasing.
Boy, it broke, but it stayed high. If Freeze could have got a hold of that one, Steve. Fulton was lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, you don't like to leave the breaking ball up high necessarily just out of the strike zone, but that was so far out of the strike zone, but yet he took so much off of it, just couldn't help but go after it.
His first strikeout of the game.
And that'll bring up Burright. The runner at first, and now one away. Fitzhugh on deck, and then it's back to the top of the order.
Didn't miss by much on that outside corner.
Logan would be the on-deck hitter. Top of the order.
Top of the order. The only other player to have a hit against Dax Fulton.
Fulton out ahead in the count. 1-2. Next pitch on the way. Works quickly. Ground ball, second base.
There's that friend.
Flips to short. Over to first. Nice job. 4-6-3 is how you score that one. And the Broncos get out of the inning. After the leadoff hit, nothing doing. And we played 3 innings here at Mustang. The Broncos on top. They lead Deer Creek by a score of 4-0.
We have an Oklahoma sports scene show you cannot miss, right, Coach?
Joe Castiglione from the University of Oklahoma, the Director of Athletics, the premier athletic director in the Big 12.
And we look at Mike James. He's the Executive Director of the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. And some great names are in there, and you won't want to miss Mike James.
And Lee Levinson of L&L Racing Stable to talk about the Kentucky Derby. His horse ran second last year in the Run for the Roses. And award-winning sports columnist Gary Davick of the Tulsa World. All coming up on Oklahoma Sports Scene.
We move to the top of the 4th inning. Mustang Broncos on top. They enjoy a 4-0 advantage at this point. And it'll be the top of the order. Cole Embry, Mason Lowe, Logan Glass, and if anybody gets on, Dax Fulton. Embry on the afternoon. Hit by a pitch his first time up. He's 0 for 1 as he stands in. Both teams in the last inning ended the inning on ground ball double plays. Good pitch on the outside corner. Coach Holman hoping that Freeze can settle down and keep his pitch count down. Pours the next one in there, swinging foul back. And the count goes to 1-2.
Got him at 62 pitches coming into this inning.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. So Embry gets the base hit. That'll bring in Mason Lowe. As you take a look, just a good form, driving it right back where it came from.
Plate for the Broncos, shortstop, Mason Lowe.
Solid base hit out to center field, and once again, every inning, Mustang has had a runner on base.
Lowe got things started in the last inning when he hit a high fly ball that just kept carrying, got the center fielder turned around, then one hopped off the center field wall, ended up with a triple, later came around to score. He stands in now and fouls that pitch off, and the count goes even 1-1.
That was close to your car. Kind of like when you were at Union last week.
Yeah, don't you know, go jinx me with stuff like that.
Did you get home okay with that broken windshield?
It was just fine. I just
good.
Had to wear a hat.
Yeah, goggles too,
goggles,
or what?
Scarf, and everything else.
Oh, you were going old school on us, weren't you? You were really flowing in the wind.
That's right. 1-1 pitch. High chopper again towards third. Quick throw over to first. Can't handle it. Gets away. Runner advances all the way to third, and Lowe gets down to second base.
Another error by the third baseman, Bryce Logan, the freshman. I don't know if he's hurrying his throw, Steve, or what, but that's the second time he's thrown inside the bag. Probably should have been caught. That might be an error on the first play, but the throw was offline.
It's an error.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, you know, it's high school. I'm not going to tell you, decide who made the
committed error. It was the error. It's the third error of the game for Deer Creek.
Same fate Putnam City North had in their game earlier, where they committed 4 errors in the game. It's hard to overcome those situations because your pitcher's throwing more pitches, and the infielders and the outfielders, everybody's out there longer. And
there's a wild pitch. Here comes a play at the plate. He's going to slide in safely to make it 5-0. Catcher never even got a glove on that one, and to say that Freeze is a little shook would be probably an understatement right now.
Yeah, just again, I think he's just a little frustrated out there and not happy with the way things are going for his team right now.
So now it's 5-0 and a runner at third base and still nobody out.
And that pitch, he came in and overthrew a little bit.
This one's popped up right side, right fielder coming in. Runner tags at third. He's going to hold up there as the throw is cut off by the first baseman. So they get the out that they needed as Fulton flies out to right field as you take a look.
Cooper Fitzhugh comes in, and that's where you want the outfielder to take charge and catch that ball, because his momentum's coming forward. You don't want the second baseman catching that if he doesn't have to. And then the runner on third, Mason Lowe, faked like he was coming home but did not.
So Fulton stands in with a chance to help his cause here. First pitch misses the strike zone. Second one is up high, and it's 2-0. And the next misses just outside. You know, I guess at some point the pitch count has to come into play here, because it looks like right now you might have it to be playing an extra game this weekend. That one is low and a walk to Mr. Fulton.
Second time today, Fulton's gotten on by a walk. In fact, he's been on base every time. The last time he batted, he singled.
Third baseman, number 20, Tanner Tweehouse.
So Tweehouse stands in next. He was called out on strikes in his first at-bat, then reached on a fielder's choice. Still a runner out there at third. First and third, one out. Mustang tries to add to that lead.
He's sitting at 79 pitches right now, Steve. I think he's beyond that point of no return to being able to even throw anymore this weekend. So you may almost have to leave him out there just for that reason, so you don't burn another pitcher and have them throw too many pitches. Yeah, once you hit 76, which he's already blown past that, you've got to have 3 days rest.
Next pitch and a swing and a miss. Good changeup.
Great changeup and a good cut by Tweehouse, but just over the top of the ball. And even better pitch that time from Hunter Freeze. Coach Holman told us Freeze loved his changeup, kept the ball down. Just having trouble finding the strike zone today.
You can see his body language as he kind of hangs his head and walks back up on top. Not real happy with the way things have gone. Some of it his own doing, some of it not getting the best support out there in the field, and there's another walk. So now the base is loaded. That'll bring up Noah Barks. Barks is 1 for 2 in the afternoon. Grounded out to second in the second inning, and then got a base hit in the third.
The catcher, Noah Barks.
And you talked about what Lawton and PC North do. They play tonight at 7. The loser of that game's out of the tournament.
Right.
So the winner will move on. They'll play the loser of this game tomorrow at 4, while the winner of this game waits until 6:30 tomorrow night to play. And They win that, they're done. They don't, then they play an as-if game on Saturday, or as-necessary game Saturday at noon. Freeze is here in the 4th inning, Steve, really struggling to find the strike zone.
Yeah, the catcher was set up outside. He threw the ball inside. He had to reach about as far as he could just to make sure he grabbed that ball. Next one, fouled back, and the count's even 1-1.
Up to 86 pitches now here in the 4th inning.
I wonder how many pitches we threw as kids when they didn't have pitch counts. I was usually knocked out too early to have it affect me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Big at bat here for the Broncos and for Deer Creek. Broncos could really extend their lead. Deer Creek just trying to stay in the game right now. Outfield plays them straight away. Pitch on the way is low.
Now there are 2 pitchers in that Deer Creek bullpen warming up. Bet they're hoping to get, trying to get Freeze through this 4th inning.
Line drive, base hit right back up the middle. Runner at second started to go back towards second base so he wouldn't get doubled off. He has to hold it third, but another run comes across as Barks gets a clean single up the middle. That makes it 6-0.
Barks' 2nd hit of the day, drives in another run. He drove one in the last inning, and here he is again. And now the pitching coach going to stroll out to the mound. And it looked like Jordan Coffey and Ben Likes were the ones that were warming up in the Deer Creek bullpen. And he's going to take his time to give his bullpen guys a chance to warm up. They're on hot mode right now, Steve, trying to get loose as quick as they possibly can. Because this game is in danger quickly of getting away. I mean, it kind of is right now from Deer Creek, but a couple more runs here and they're in big time trouble. And we're gonna have a pinch runner. Aaron Winstead comes into first. Pitch run for the catcher, Noah Barks.
Looks like Freeze is going to stay on. You got to imagine it's not going to be for much longer.
Up to 89 pitches on the afternoon here in the 4th. So his next one will be his 90th, and I'm thinking, you know what they're thinking. Let's get a double play and get out of here and start batting.
And you look at Freeze's numbers, and they really, it's so much an outlier this game. I mean, he averages more than a strikeout per inning, yet only has 2 in the ball game so far. Has only walked 18 batters on the season, and I've got him for 3 or 4. So this is not a typical performance by Hunter Freeze. Gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Next one's fouled straight back, 0-2.
Away with a high fastball right there. Corley just couldn't turn on it. Corley homered earlier today, walked and stole a base, scored back in the 2nd. Looking to drive in a run here in the 4th.
Next pitch, breaking ball up high.
And you can see he's just off a little. I mean, that happens with pitchers. It happens at every level, whether you're 12 years old or you're 32 years old throwing in the majors.
Freeze gets the sign from the catcher. The 1-2 pitch on the way. This one's hit well out into right field. Kind of circling, coming in, having trouble picking it up. 1 run, 2 runs are going to come home. And that's going to make the score 8-0 in favor of Mustang. It's almost as if the right fielder kind of circled around to get that.
He was playing a little bit towards center. Corley popped it up, but it was short. That's really his only route to get to the baseball, and that is going to be it for Hunter Freeze on the afternoon.
So 4 runs across already, still 1 out for Mustang here in the top of the 4th inning. And the pitching change is going to be made. Number 17, Ben Likes, will check in to take care of the pitching duties for Deer Creek. He's appeared in 8 games so far this year. 2-1 is his record on the season. He's pitched 15 innings, given up 28 hits, ERA of 4.67. So back-to-back big innings for the Broncos. They got 3 runs in the 3rd. They've plated 4 so far here in the 4th inning.
Freeze was batting too, so I don't know if that means Likes is going to bat. I guess we'll find out when they come around in the lineup. I know J.B. Holman was talking to the umpire out there, so he may have been indicating to him what he was going to do with that position. But he can't, I mean, unless he puts Freeze somewhere in the field, he can't bat because they already have a DH in the lineup.
So you would have to say, even though we haven't seen Hunter Freeze all year long, a uncharacteristic start for him. Got to give some credit to Mustang, the way they approached and attacked today, and they were able to put the ball in play and make some of those plays tough plays.
Yeah, Deer Creek has had some success on the baseball field. Steve, Ron Moore had been there, what, 15 years before Holman, who was an assistant there, took over for him, and they had been to the state tournament. And they were runners up in 11 and 14, went to the title game in 16.
That was up at Tulsa.
ORU? Was it at ORU or One Oak?
One Oak, I believe it was at. I want to say that's when they had Michael Fulmer, who now is a very good starter for the Detroit Tigers. Of course, they had co-shows that came through the program, so yeah, it's been a very strong baseball program at Deer Creek High School.
Mustang, of course, the defending state champs in Class 6A. Head coach Keenan Simon, in his 2nd year, he played at Oklahoma State.
1 out, runners at 1st and 2nd. Helling stands in. Then Aleman, and then back to the top of the order. Checks the runner at 2nd. Next pitch on the way, breaking ball.
Wow, it didn't break.
It didn't.
Helling almost got one on the dome.
Trying to keep him close at 2nd. Leaves a big hole over there between 1st and 2nd base. Pitches outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. And that one's high and tight. The count goes to 3-1. Next pitch on the way, runners in motion, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the throw goes into left field. Runner's going to turn and come home. He'll score. And that makes it 9-0.
Well, good movement on a 3-1 pitch. Runners going. Makes it a full count, but a run comes in to score on an error by the catcher, Ethan Boyer.
That's the 3rd error on Deer Creek. 4th, maybe. Depends upon the official score for this afternoon.
I thought you were that.
No. Play-by-play, I was relieved of all those duties. I don't want that pressure. Mom coming up to me in the middle of the innings.
You think the guys in the booth with us want the pressure?
I'm trying to keep those guys happy, man. So 9-0 our score, and Austin Alleman stands in next with runners at 1st and 2nd. Still just 1 out. Pitch on the way, skied out to left field, drifting, caught in play. Runner had come halfway from second to third. He'll retreat and go back to second base, and now there's 2 away.
Got Jarrett Brighton left, runs that one down, no problem. And a big second out here in the top of the 4th. 5 more runs across the plate for Mustang.
And coming up for the second time this inning is Cole Embry. Embry got things started in this inning, got a single, and then came around to score. And he stands in now with runners at first and second and 2 out. You almost wonder if Dax Fulton shouldn't have got up and maybe thrown a little bit in between. It's been probably 20 minutes or so since he was last out on the hill. Throw back to second base, trying to catch the runner sleeping.
Wade Elliott snuck behind him and then likes the old spin move. Just to keep the runner close. Cannot afford to give up, but they don't want to get to 10. Or allow Mustang to get to 10. Heading into the 5th. Because that would be your run rule, 10 after 5.
Embry stands in. First and second, 2 out. 2 balls, no strikes. Mason Lowe on deck, the pitch. This one's fouled back off to the left side.
And if you're Mustang, that's what you want. You want to get that run in so you can go out, play a little defense, get through the 5th inning and be done with it. Play 2 5-inning games on the opening day of this regional play.
2-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes, and a line drive left field. The left fielder is going to come and close and make the catch. And that is the end of the inning. 5 runs for the Broncos as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Mustang on top of Deer Creek. They lead it 9-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-286-2146. That's 800-286-2146.
Welcome back to Mustang. You can see the wind is blowing out. We've not had any leave the park just yet. We've had a couple make it to the wall. And both of those were hit by Mustang. They own the advantage right now. They lead it 9-0 as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. And for Deer Creek, it'll be the top of the order, Logan, Elliott, and Burtis. And they need some runs. Dex Fulton has not been accommodating to the Deer Creek wishes so far this afternoon.
Well, he's faced the maximum through the first 3 innings of 9 batters.
Ground ball, shortstop. Sits back on it, high hop, fires across. And that one's going to have to be an error.
Maybe sat on it too much. Mason Lowe just kind of waited, took his time, and then tried to gun Bryce Logan out. Instead, Logan's on for the 2nd time today because of an error.
Next up for Deer Creek, shortstop
Wade Elliott will stand in next, and he's the number 2 batter in the order. This is just his 2nd plate appearance. Meantime, number 2 batter for Mustang's already batted 3 times. Leadoff hitter for Mustang's been at the plate 4 times. 9-0 Broncos on top. Pitch on the way is a little tight. And the count goes to 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th. very quickly, running out to talk to his pitcher. His catcher barks. We do have some guys throwing down there in the bullpen for Mustang. Number 14, Garrison Soker, is tossing down there. Said it was a while since Fulton's been out there after Mustang sent 10 batters to the plate in the top of the 4th inning. That one catches the corner. And the count goes to 3-1. Wade Elliott. Go out the left field first time up. There's a toss over to first base, keep the runner close.
Yeah, Logan going to be a little careful this time. First inning after he hit that single, he was picked off. 1-3-5. They threw him out at second. How about that? Fulton, his first walk of the afternoon.
So an error, a walk, and Coach Simon, that's exactly what you didn't want to do. And we're going to have a little discussion about the start to this bottom of the 4th inning.
And you know, he's out there saying, hey, calm down. You got a 9-run lead. Throw strikes. Let your fielders do the work behind you. You got through the first 9 batters without any problem. Just second time through the order, get these guys out.
Coach looks a little more animated than that.
A little feisty with him?
I got a feeling he's a little more feisty than just a couple
talk to him, get his juices flowing, get him fired up, because you're right, he sat on the bench for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe lost his touch a little bit. He's just going to have to refine it and start throwing strikes again.
So the first 2 are aboard for Deer Creek here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail it 9-0. Fulton back to work, and the first pitch is just a bit high for a ball. Good look from our center field camera. 2 umpires. Next pitch in there for a strike.
Nice breaking pitch on one ball, on a 1-0 count. Because you know, if you're a batter, you're thinking, okay, he's been struggling. He's going to have to throw me a fastball to get a strike, and he didn't have to on that.
Ground ball, and that's going to be a clean single into left field. Going to hold the runner at third. And that'll load the bases with nobody out. Shortstop was cheating up the middle, and I think normally if nobody's on base, he might have gotten the glove on it. Not to say that he would have been able to make a play and get it out on it.
Trying to hold the runner close, and there you can see how that's how he's positioned right now. A lot of space between short and third right there, and Colton Burtis able to take advantage in the gap in the infield and load the bases now with nobody out.
And the cleanup hitter, Caden Marshall, standing in. 6 homers, 32 RBIs, 396 the average coming in. That one's way outside. Well, his teammates staked him to a 9-0 lead. Right now they'll give up a run or two to get some outs. In at the corners, deep up the middle. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's in there for a strike. Fulton looks in, gets the sign. Next one is fouled back. Looked like he had the batter fooled on that one. He was out on the front foot.
Well, he did. I don't know if there was a confusion or not between Fulton and the catcher Barks, but again, another high pitch that he was able to get away with.
One ball, 2 strikes. Fulton from the stretch brings the next one home, and that one's in the dirt low.
Tried to get Marshall the chase.
Deer Creek trying to make some noise here, put some runs on the board. 2-2 pitch. Well hit, but foul down the right field side.
Nice piece of hitting by Marshall. Waited on the pitch. It was outside. Tried to take it down that right field line for extra bases and just hit it foul.
So we'll do it all again with a 2-2 count. Fulton to Marshall, popped him up.
Got him on the off speed.
Runner tags at third. He's going to hold there. Good job as left fielder. Nails the cutoff man right in the middle. And nobody's able to advance. There's one away.
Yeah, the off speed, Cade Marshall a little bit out in front of it. Popped it up to the left fielder, Dawson McKinney. And Bryce Logan, who's quick. But the ball was not hit far enough for him to be able to come in from third. And a big out. Now the double play, that pitcher's best friend again, and you can be out of the inning just like that.
Wilkins stands in, ground ball right to the second baseman, to short for one, over to first, easy double play, 4-6-3, and they made it look good. That was a nice turn by the Mustang Broncos. We'll take a timeout, we'll come back, move it to the top of the fifth inning, 9-0 Mustang on top.
3 hits left on base. After 4, Broncos lead 9-0.
Furnace breakdown? Oh no, that could be a $3,300 bill you weren't expecting. Fridge on the fritz? That could cost you $2,500. Get the First American Home Warranty Plan. And when a covered item breaks, call or click. That's it. And we'll repair or replace it for you. We have plans that cover air conditioning, most appliances, plus heating, plumbing, electrical systems, and much more. Plans start as low as $25 a month. Why let a major system or appliance breakdown bust your budget or go through the hassle of trying to find trustworthy service people?
More than our money's worth. You save a lot of money. It's a big savings.
Last year alone, we saved our customers over $140 million. Don't wait until it's too late and you're stuck with a huge repair bill.
If you don't have First American Warranty, get it.
Call 1-800-479-1911 for a free no-obligation quote.
Really?
Hey, we're back. How about that? Did you know that? You didn't even know? Yeah, we're back. Getting ready to go to the fifth. One run here and hold them, and it's ball game for Mustang. And if you're Deer Creek, you don't want to have any of that. You want to keep your chances alive.
Broncos will send up Mason Lowe, the number 2 hitter, followed by Logan Glass, Dax Fulton. Anybody gets on, Tanner Tweehouse, so they have the right part of the order, 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Broncos. First pitch on the way, and a foul ball down the third base side. What are you looking at there?
I'm looking at the district standings. I'm trying to figure out why the number 2 seed played the 8 seed in the first round. But after our discussion a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, I don't expect me
just
to
leave that alone.
Why. Yeah.
No, we're not smart enough for that. Breaking ball, good pitch there.
And I did find out that OSSAA, they're in that 7-team district, and they're hosting Sand Springs and Sapulpa. They were supposed to play earlier today. Now they're playing this evening because all the rain that moved through Tulsa didn't stop raining till about 10:30 this morning, and we got a pretty good soaking. But they do have turf out there at OSSAA, but they're playing this afternoon 2 games, and then they'll play again tomorrow morning, start up at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Get to miss school to play baseball. How about that? That's the only reason you played, isn't it?
Absolutely. We just didn't have long road trips.
No, but it took a long time to get there when you're driving across town in St. Louis.
Yep.
Depending on where you went, of course.
Well, places like Vianney and St. Mary's.
Yep.
Fly ball left field. The old proverbial can of corn. Fly ball to left field. I know you and I have probably talked about it. I'm sure you know where the saying can of corn came from, but in the old days when you went to the corner grocer, the corn and all the vegetable goods were usually up on the very top of the shelf, and they would have something akin to a croupier or just a little stick that would pull it down, and so it would fall very gently from the top shelf, and therefore it was termed a can of corn. I'd like to educate our audience as well.
Wow, Fulton rocked that one.
Deep, carrying, and this one's off the wall.
Said Fulton, it's Logan Glass. Wow. He crushed that one.
That ball just kept going, and I think he thought it was going to be caught. I think the center fielder thought that he had it all the way, but you get it up that high into this wind, it just keeps going and keeps going. And hit the bottom of the wall, it appeared.
He hit it 379 feet and 10 inches. He needed about 8 more inches and it would have been over the center field wall, and got a little help from that 18-mile-an-hour wind, but he also stroked that one pretty good.
He had the home run in the earlier game, right? Logan Glass?
Yes, he did.
Fulton stands in. Line drive. First baseman makes a nice play. He'll race to the bag, get the out at first. Runner advances over to third. Score that 3 unassisted.
Nice job by Garrett Wilkins. Hard hit ball by Fulton. Moved the runner up nicely.
Next up, third baseman number 20, Tanner Tweehouse.
Tweehouse comes in next. He was called out on strikes in the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, then walked and scored in the fourth.
Tweehouse has more RBIs than anybody on this Mustang team. Big opportunity to add to that and put his team in a position to close this one out in the bottom of the 5th.
First pitch on the way is a ball up high. Two outs. Runner at third. 1-0 pitch on the way to Tanner Tweehouse. And there's a line drive base hit in the left center field gap.
He may get 2 out of it.
That's going to get down, and Tweehouse is going to motor his way into second base with the double.
There's that 10 they were looking for, Steve, into the 5th. They've scored every inning except the first, and they've had men on base in every inning.
Tyler Humphrey's going to move in to be your courtesy runner out there at second base.
Broncos, number 24, Tyler Humphrey.
And the catcher, Noah Barks, will stand in.
The catcher, Noah Barks.
Barks is 2 for 3 in the afternoon. Singled back in the third, singled and scored in the fourth. So there's a case where he's batted in the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. That's usually a pretty good sign if you're batting every inning. Pitch outside. Outfield plays them straight away. There are 2 outs. Looking ahead to the Deer Creek bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be 6, 7, 8, 9 if anybody gets on. Next pitch on the way. Misses outside, 2-0. And the next pitch on the way, and that one's hit well into left center field. Left center fielder dives over, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But Mustang comes up with a big run. They lead it now 10-0. They can hold on and get 3 outs. They'll claim victory in this contest, 10-0, as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? After all, a visit to the dentist can easily cost $2,000 or more. Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call now and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. Activate your card and you can start using it immediately. From exams and cleanings to more expensive procedures like crowns, dentures, even braces, they're all included with the Carefree Dental Card. Say you go to the dentist today without any card, and your bill is, well, ouch. Wait a minute, let's try that again. You go to the dentist today and show your Carefree Dental Card, you save $525. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month, and everyone in your household can use the same card.
Call 1-800-998-7991 now to get your free Carefree Dental Card information kit. Call 1-800-998-7991 now.
The fabric in this bulletproof vest is so strong, it can stop a speeding bullet. And this biaxial braid fabric is so strong, we decided to build a hose out of it. And here it is, the brand new Pocket Hose Brass Bullet. So incredibly strong, it can stop these trucks dead in their tracks. Just turn on the water and watch the brass bullet inflate and expand to a full-size super hose. Then when you're done, turn off the water and it shrinks back down to a lightweight pocket hose. This new brass bullet hose will never tangle or kink. Never! Get the incredible 25-foot Pocket Hose Brass Bullet today for only $19.99. And you'll also get the Turbo Shot Jet Nozzle free. Order now, and you can double your order. Just pay a separate fee. Toss the old hoses away and grab a brass bullet hose today.
Call 1-800-968-9556 to get your brass bullet hose. Call or visit brassbullethose.com. So call 1-800-968-9556. Order now.
Well, what would be important if I knew how many pitches he actually threw, because once you hit over 50, you got to have 2 days rest. If he kept it at 50 or under, he could take tomorrow off and come back Saturday if they need him at some point.
There was a...
I think he was pretty close.
Yeah, probably so. Here's the next pitch on the way. And fouled at the plate. The count goes to 1-2. Mustang came in with a record of 24-10. Deer Creek 20-13. So two of the better teams in Class 6A doing battle here in this regional matchup.
Nice strikeout.
That's how you do it, coming out of the bullpen. Get the first out.
Tell you what was nice was that catch by Caden Marshall in the last inning. The center fielder for Deer Creek prevented Mustang from making an 11-0 game. He sprinted to his right and made a diving catch. If not, that ball is to the wall and they do score, and the batter standing on second base.
First pitch to Boyer is in there for a strike. Next one, ground ball to short. Chews it up, fires it across, 2 up, 2 down. Nice job by Lowe. As he fires across to Corley. 2 away, and that'll bring up
number 7, Jackie Robinson.
How about that?
He replaced Hunter Freeze. Well, he replaces Hunter Freeze, who left in the last inning as a pitcher.
I thought you were going to tell me he replaced Dolph Shays or Walter Alston or somebody like that. So 1 out away is Mustang in the first pitch. I mean, you have to be a baseball player. If your parents name you Jackie Robinson, you got to be a baseball player,
you have to
right?
be. Yes.
Ground ball, second baseman.
That may do it.
Over to first. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Nice job out of the bullpen. Closes the door, and that is the ball game. Mustang Broncos move on as they get the victory here, 10-0 over Deer Creek. Deer Creek will play the winner of Lawton High and Putnam City North. Those two will duel tonight at 7 o'clock, and then at 4 o'clock tomorrow, it'll be the winner of the Putnam City North game and Lawton High game against Deer Creek. Mustang, of course, moves on to see if they will have to play a, if necessary, contest. So, fine performance by Mustang here this evening. We've seen them now twice this year, Mike, and they've looked good both times.
Yeah, they really have. They've had dominant pitching. They've been able to hit the ball. They've taken advantage of the other team's mistakes. And today they parlayed all that into 2 run rule wins.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with a wrap-up here for you on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Once again, Mustang wins it, 10-0 our score. Welcome back to Mustang. There you can see the ground crew taking care of the field. The Broncos get the victory by a final score of 10-0 here this afternoon. Joining us right now is the pitcher of that 10-0 victory, Dax Fulton. Dax, thanks for joining us. Congratulations. Great game this afternoon.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Hey, you bet. Tell us about how you felt out there on the mound. You looked to be well in control throughout.
I felt good on the mound. My velo wasn't really there, but I had my off speed, and I knew I could get the hitters off their timing, and it would do me well in the game.
You can tell he's a pitcher because he's got teammates on either side of him. They're throwing little pellets of rubber at him. They're hitting him with a rake. Hey, you're not fazed by any of that, are you?
No, sir. I knew it would happen last time this happened.
How about the big win in back-to-back games where you guys only have to play 5 innings?
We were happy. Saved a lot of pitching, and it all came from our defense and our hitting. When our bats are as hot as they are right now, that we knew that we could get it done in 5 innings.
Well, you did a great job keeping the ball down and a couple of double plays. Defense was very good behind you, as Mike said.
Yes, they were awesome. They pretty much kept me in the game, kept my pitch count low. I mean, they were the ones that did it for me. When I needed the big plays, they would do it.
Do you guys have what it takes to go back-to-back?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right. Thanks, Dax. We certainly do appreciate it. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Nice performance by Mr. Fulton here this afternoon as they get the victory by a final score of 10-0.
Well, and Steve, even more importantly, as you take a look at the line score, they've scored in every inning, but the first they had runners on every base. They took advantage of the 4 errors by Deer Creek. More importantly, though, he only threw 50 pitches. That means he only has to sit out tomorrow, and then if they have to do that as necessary game Saturday, he would be available to throw, I don't know the whole game, but maybe at some point in relief. And the guy won the state championship game last year. He's a sophomore, so they could definitely use him on the mound.
There's a look at your Oklahoma Farm Bureau insurance line score. For Mustang, 10 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Deer Creek, no runs, 3 hits, and 4 errors as Mustang gets the victory now and improves their record on the season as they move to 25-10, I believe, on the season. And joining us right now is the head coach, Keenan Simon. And Coach, there's that youngster with you again. Congratulations on the victory here this afternoon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great game, pitching-wise, defensive. I thought the defense was also very key behind your pitcher this afternoon.
Yeah, they're moving around and wanting the ball. We made 1 error, but then we kind of came right back at them, and then we got a chance to roll a double play and kind of redeemed ourselves there. It was good to see.
Yeah, he rolled through 3 innings, and then you had that long 4th on the offensive side, and you guys were able to take advantage. When they made errors, you scored runs and then got timely hits around them.
Yeah, the kids had to get ABs. We're aggressive and just saw a lot of counts, didn't chase pitches, made him come to us, and he's a good arm, and he throws a lot of borderline pitches you have to make a decision on, and we made the right decision on a lot of them. Got ourselves in some good hitting counts, and also got his pitch count up and got him out of there.
Well, we know that you hope it's going to be an easy weekend the rest of the way, but also knowing Mustang baseball, you guys are by no means finished with your work so far this weekend.
Yeah, we're not really hoping for anything. We just need to come out and do what we do, take care of our business, and go about and play the game the right way.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. Great win this afternoon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You bet. Keenan Simon for the Mustang Broncos, victorious this afternoon as they win it by a final of 10-0. And coming up on Tuesday, we have soccer semifinal action coming your way. Not sure exactly where or who it's going to be just yet, but we're going to be somewhere and bring you the latest in action from the pitch. And that'll be coming up again on Tuesday, channel 1333, YurView, your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week. Well, Zig, great afternoon. Great drive down here. The weather turned out to be far better than what we expected it was going to be last night.
I thought I was going to have to fight tornadoes on the way home tonight, the way they're talking about severe weather. But great ball game, and good to see these two teams in action. And Mustang looks like they're on pace to defend their state title.
Certainly look good here this afternoon. That'll do it for us, folks. Thanks for joining us this evening. And again, make sure that you watch the latest in all the social media. We'll keep you updated on what teams and games we'll be covering on YurView.com. And they'll have soccer action coming your way on Tuesday. For Zig, I'm Steve Marshall. We'll see you next time, everybody. So long.